All right, so today I'm going to continue with task 7 of lesson 3. Some students said they completed already. Good job. If not, you can follow the tutorial and complete all the tasks of lesson 3 and task 7. As I said earlier, we've been doing the same lesson for a couple of days now. So hopefully on Monday, I'm going to grade it. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 different tasks, challenges here. So let's do all of them. So we're going to debug a car first. And we've been working with shapes. So far, we learned how to make a square, how to make an ellipse. And then we also learned how to color them. So there are 2 types of coloring. One is filling the color, and then one is a stroke. So fill color fills the shape with certain color. And then we also have a stroke, which will give your shape a borderline color. Now, I'm going to run this. And if you check the instructions on here, you see the wheels, they are supposed to be in front of the car, but here they are behind the car. So it has something to do with the order of the shapes. Now, we need to understand where the circles are. If you guys turn on the grid, you can approximately know where the circles are, okay? So if you look at the grid, look, it's here, right? Since the for circle, the coordinates show the middle of the circle. So it is here, which is let me see, which is 150 and 200, 300, 150, 300. So this is the one which is on the left. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just take this. I will cut them using universal cut shortcut, which is Control X. So I'm going to highlight it, Control X. It's going to cut it all. And I'm going to put it on the bottom of the list because it has to be on the top of the list. Whatever is in the bottom here will be on the top on here. Does that make sense? So here, when I put it to the bottom and then reset it, you'll see that wheels will be visible now. Okay, guys, again, so we can switch between text, which is text, and then also blocks. So blocks are easier to manipulate, to work with. But when it comes to changing things in the block, it's easier to do it through the text. Because in the text, you only have to just delete. So again, all right. All right, click on finish. So you see this picture matches. Finish. And then we look at this next one. So debugging a flower. Now, the petals are spread, like scattered around. So we have to put them together and form a flower. Okay, here. So you have to have a flower like this. You see this? So a flower like this. And when you run yours, you will see that this circles are apart from the group. So we have to move it. So guys, here, since I'm moving the circle to the left, remember what was left and right? You make left and right motions, you deal with X, right? Where is the circle? Let's turn on the grid and then see the coordinates. So it is 300 and 200. Which one is 300? So this is the one. You see, this is the one. So I need to change X and I make it smaller. Let me try 250 first. 250. So supposedly it should be shifting to the left. Reset, run. You see, it's moving to the left. A bit more, not 250, but maybe 200. So again, this circle, 200 will move it to the left. Too much. Okay, now let's make it 220. 220. You see, it's too less. 225, right? So let's make it 225. You did it already? There we go. Let's make it 230. And yeah, that's good. For this circle, what are the coordinates? It's approximately 240 and 300. 340 and 200, 240 and 300. So in this case, I'm going to move this circle a bit to the left. So I'll make it 230. And I'm going to make it move up, meaning I need to also change the y, because up and down is responsible for y, right? So this section of the ellipse is y, this section is x. So I need to make my y smaller, because you go up, it approaches the 0, you go down, it approaches 400, right? So since it's 300, I need to move it somewhere in here, which is approximately 250. Let's put 250 and then see. Yes, we need to move it a bit up again by making it smaller. Let's say 30. And then this one should move to the left as well. So let's make it 20. There we go. Now it looks like a flower. Okay. Or you can just make tiny changes. But this is good enough. Finish. Proceeding to the next challenge. Okay, C, debug a stoplight. And let's see what we have here. So I'm going to run and then compare it with. So it looks like we have to have red on top, yellow in the middle, and then green on the bottom. So which one is, so here, which one is red? Let's find the red. Okay, so we're going to move red. I mean, we're not going to move red. We're going to just change the top circle from black to red, right? Just put it red. And the middle one is going to be yellow. And then the bottom circle will be green. So we just change the name of the colors. Green. Okay, let's run this. And there you go. And also, you see this rectangle behind the circles? It has to be black. So where's my rectangle? It's here. So we don't have a fill for that rectangle. So by default, it comes gray, right? But we need to add a fill to this rectangle, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take this fill, place it above the rectangle, and then change it to black. Refresh it. And there it is. So that's been fixed. So again, what we did is we renamed these colors. We named this one red, this one yellow, and then this one green. We also added this block. We dragged it from here and then gave it a black color. So this will fill this rectangle with black color. Finish. Proceed to the next. Now, we have 2 left. Let's do this one. Draw a car. All right. So we need to actually draw a car. Draw a car because there's nothing here. So first of all, we can start with a rectangle like this. And then fill it with blue color, right? So we put it blue, and then we need to just estimate where my blue rectangle will be. Let's have it here. Let's make it 100 by 100. Or you know what? Let's keep it 200, 200. It's going to be in the middle here. So you see this rectangle, there are 2 of them. So what you can do is you can add another rectangle. Okay, and then move the second one to the right, meaning I need to change the X because there are 2 rectangles right now, but since they're overlapping, I'm not seeing them. So I need to move one of them to the right. Moving it to the right means increasing X by 50 to 50. And then reset, run, and then you see I have 2 rectangles. Now add another 4 below it, 4 green ones. Okay, so I'm gonna add fill type green, and then adding 4 rectangles. First one, let's have it there. Okay, you see it's covering the blue one, so I have to move it down. To move it down, you need to increase the y from 200 by 250. If you do 250, it's gonna move from here to here. There. Now I need to add one to the left side. So height will be the same. I keep the y to 50 because it has to be in the same level. But I need to move my x to the left, meaning I decrease the number by 50. There. And I need to add 2 more to the right side of these 2. So I'm going to do another rectangle. I'm going to make it 250 this time and keep the same height, because height level is not changing, only it's changing along x. Up and down, no motion, no change. All right, and I'm going to reset it again, you see, and I need 1 more to the left. So add another rectangle and just keep the height the same, 250, 250, 250, 250. Only difference between them is each of them increasing by 50. So this is the first rectangle, second, third, and the last one has to be plus 50, which is 300. And there we go. Now we're missing wheels. So I'm going to add a fill color here. And then use red because wheels will be red. And then we add ellipse. First ellipse is going to be where? Let's define the coordinate. It's going to be 200 and 300. 200, 300. There we go. And now we need another one. So the level of the circle in here will be the same. So you can just have the same height, which is 300. The only thing I need to change the x because it's moving to the right. So here it is 200. Here it would be 250. Here it's going to be 300. So it has to become 300 because it is 100 pixels apart from other circle. So 300. You see 200, 100 apart means 200 plus 100 makes it 300. Reset, run, and then there you have your car. So I did a very, very complicated, very long way. There's a practical way to do that. If you would add width and height, it would be more practical. But at this point, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just stick to the easiest and the longest way, which is adding one small piece at a time. But normally, like how many pieces I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But normally I could have done it with 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So 4 instead of 8. All right, let's finish this. So this is the code. Click on finish. And completing it by doing the last challenge, which is shape of shapes. So we're going to make a triangle out of circles. So as you can see, there is nothing here, but they want us to make this triangle made of circles. Okay, so let's count how many circles we have here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to add a fill color, which is going to be purple, and adding 5 ellipses, but one at a time. So I'm going to add one in here. So what is the coordinate? 100 by 100. So let's make it 100. 100 by 100. There. Oh, I misspelled this color. Purple. There. Now I need to add another one just under it. So I'm going to add another ellipse. So this time, you see, when ellipses are shifting down or up, we only change the y, but we don't want to change the X because X is the same. You see, it's all of them on the same, this line. So this line represents the X. X is not changing here, right? Look, all of them have the same X. All what is changing is their height, their height level. So I'm going to keep it 100. And then the other one, I'm going to add 50, 150. Let's see if it's a good level. Yeah, but apparently there is no space, but there's space. So let's make it less. Let's make it 120. Yeah, that works. Okay. Add another one. Keep X the same. And then this one plus 20. There. Add another one. Keep X the same. And plus 20, 160. And add another one. Keep X the same. Plus 20, 180. So there are five of them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. I think we can add a little more space. Let's make it 130, 160, 190, 220. There you go. Now we add another 1, 2, 3, 4 circles to the which will be shifting to the right. So I'm going to add another circle ellipse. This time I'm not going to change the height, but I'm going to change the X because circles in here, they have the same height level, but their X's are different because they're shifting to the right, right? So first one was 100. Now I'm going to keep the height 220, but this one I'll add 30, which is 130. Reset. No, didn't work. Oh, it's 200. It has to be 220. There. Okay, I add another ellipse. Keep the height the same, but add plus 30 to the X, 160. There. And then we need 2 more. So again, keep the height the same to 20. And then plus 30 to the X. And one last one. Keep the height the same, which is to 20. And then plus 10, plus 30 to the X. There we go. So we made 2 sides. Now we need to make the hypotenuse. Seems like it's a right triangle, right? You guys learned the hypotenuse, the right triangles, Pythagorean theorem. Okay, now I'm going to make the diagonal line. In the diagonal line, the trick is we change both X and Y. All right, and how many we need to put? 1, 2, 3, 3 of them. So I'm going to add a circle here. And then I'm going to have one circle here. What are the coordinates? It's like 130 and 120. 130 and then 120. There. Add another one. This time I'm going to make it plus 30 for both. 160 and then 230. I'm sorry, 150. Plus 30 to both. There. And one more. Again, plus 30 to both X and Y. 190, you see 160 plus 30, 190. 150 plus 30, 180. Reset. And there is your triangle. Okay, so let's click on finish. Proceed to the last task, which probably gonna be an assessment. Yeah, so we did all of them. We click on finish to proceed to task number 8, which is assessment. So just take this assessment on your own. Okay, just do it on your own. I'm gonna check it. So you have to turn your shape, which is like this, into this. That's the assessment. You have to do it on your own. And then this one, last 9 challenges. Let's see how many challenges we have there. So 8, I'm not gonna do it. For 9, we also have another set of challenges. At this point, you know what? Don't do all of them. Just pick at least one. Okay, just don't leave it blank. Do at least one, and I'll accept it as full credit. But if you do all of them, obviously full credit. I mean extra credit, sorry. So you do at least one, it's full credit. You do more than one, it's extra credit. All right. So I'm going to conclude lesson 3. Next week on Monday, we're going to start lesson 4. Let me see what it is. So lesson 4 is shapes and parameters. Okay, it's pretty much similar, but we're going to add more parameters like width and height. All right, thank you very much. I'm concluding today's lesson.